Is life too short? Do we only live once, as it's said? Wasn't there a soap opera called One Life to Live? Notions about life are often thrown around in conversation, in public discourse, in media, and in education. But how often do we pause and think about how they come into being, why they come into being, what they mean, and their implications for those whom they're projected toward? Is this terminology simply a part of what grooms us for the karmic cycle? When life is described as being terminal and that description floats across social and cultural circles, it becomes the accepted norm. When something is repeated enough times, it becomes reality. I'm going to take the next few moments to delve into this and explore why it might be a part of what grooms us for the karmic cycle. Let's begin by asking a few questions about this realm. I call this realm in which we live the physical earth realm. Why are we here in the first place? Are we simply physical beings conceived through a biological process? Are we a part of a finite life cycle and will eventually come to the point where our biological mechanisms will cease to function and we will experience biological death? Are we spiritual beings simply having a biological experience? In order to have a biological experience, an environment hospitable to it must exist. After all, we can't breathe or nourish ourselves in a vacuum. This leads me to ask whether we are creating this experience and calling it biology. Are we creating the conditions surrounding it and the environment that it takes place in and projecting the story into the ether? And is biological death simply how the story ends? We're just scratching the surface of how deep this rabbit hole can go. On the surface, we might answer the why are we here question with, we are here to have a biological experience. And then what? So we've experienced biology. We've likely experienced it through multiple incarnations. Is a biological experience germane to our greater spirit life journey? Why can't we just jump ahead and become astral beings and live in this ethereal life where nothing ever goes wrong? Well, that would be kind of boring, but that's a topic for another video. And finally, who decides we even need a biological experience as a part of our spirit life journey? The physical earth realm is here to give us feedback about ourselves in a unique manner and in a unique environment. The idea of a narrative and the language or languages used to create and convey it, it's unique to the physical earth realm. Outside of this realm, do we even talk? Do we even have voices in the manner that we're able to make them hear? Do we use language as we're accustomed to? Are there even language barriers? We don't have the answers to these questions and are only limited to speculation. The narratives we operate within, the narratives we live by, the narratives that we use to create our reality and our destiny are going to paint a picture of life and death as they're experienced by biological beings. If we are here to have a biological experience, isn't it simply a natural course of events to find ourselves surrounded by narratives that support biology? This is where we might benefit from asking some critical questions about where we might want to take ourselves, or better yet, what path do we want to take? An omnipresent theme throughout the videos in this channel is that death is a choice and does not necessarily need to be a destination. When we ask these difficult questions, simply thinking about our existence in the physical earth realm as strictly a biological cycle leaves many, many voids. The less we are able to see, the more we've demonstrated to ourselves that we might need death, and that we might need to come back and give it another shot. And if that's the case, that's okay too. In my own journey, the voids are becoming more and more visible. As these voids are tackled, a whole slew of questions begins to emerge. I see this as progress. Learning occurs when one doesn't have the answer, and when they struggle to find more questions. Wisdom is not handed to you on a silver platter. Wisdom is created. Don't expect the answers here or answers from anyone else for that matter. The answers need to come from within. They need to come from you. If we traverse this journey and see it less as a trek to a destination, but as an ongoing series of doors that we need to open, we might ask ourselves whether the life and death narrative is helpful to our journey at this point, or whether it's going to end up setting us back. We can transform the language from inevitable death to whether we even need to die. That's all for now. Be well, sun gaze, and thrive selflessly.